And we're back. One other person.
Hey, you there.
Yes, sir. What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
A lady.
The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't. What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
Oh, damn, Maggie Bird. She's back in for another game. This makes it like the third game out of the series for her to be in. She's appeared in more games than Larry Butts? No. Lot of Heart? Yeah, Lot of Heart. She's appeared in more games than Lot of Heart. She's appeared in more games than Mario. Because Mario doesn't go into games. Goes to adventures. Now, what kind of voice should I give Miss Maggie Bird? Old bag. Goddamn old bag. What voice? What voice? 9-year-old? No, I'm not gonna do 9-year-old. Sexy voice. Ugh. Ew. I don't think so. All right, let's give the sexy voice. Let's try. All right, sexy voice. Detective Gumshoe, sir. I can't do sexy voice. I can't do it. Maggie.
Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight.
I see. And your point is?
My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean my penis.
No, you didn't say that, but can you imagine?
I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building.
What?
If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me. But it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
So you're saying she used the master key?
Master key data jotted down in my organizer. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me.
I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only one to get Mr. Portsman to give... It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. What are you doing? I'm pressing you. I'm gonna press you. Press. Just gonna press all these.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
There's only one person at staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, moving on. I hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean, unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time.
Should I hear Miss Bird out? Every time in these games when they ask you for these choices, you always ask for more details. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? Why, we don't need to hear her lies.
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered the master key was missing around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know. Why you have the master key now?
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But, you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
It is as Mr. Portman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft, but I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Now let's see. Is there anything weird about the fact that a security guard would have messed up the shelves and wiped down the secret safe? What do you think, chat? I'm gonna let you answer this one. Time's up. Sorry, chat, you failed. Oh, Laika got it. It's because she's a woman. No, it's because the security guard would not know about the secret safe. It's a prosecutor thing.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Alright, seems like a good time to take a break. And we're back. That's just silly because she's a security guard. She knows all about security. That's true. But you're also forgetting that this is a world where only lawyers have brains. Well, only lawyers and murderers. They're the only people who think ever. Anyway, let's continue. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt even that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. It's true, and little girls with priestess trainings. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. What are you doing? Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable.
What are you...
What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
Aye. Curses! Why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all... Oh, fuck. What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why when I told him, I filled him in on the secret safes.
And that means...
Yeah, I know. I had only just told him, too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief?
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What the? Are you still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he wasn't the thief, even if it was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
Has he no honor?
Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out while I do the most annoying thing I've ever seen with my coat?
You can't kick us out! This is Mr. Edgeworth's office!
Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen up, pal. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
But sir...
We have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourself from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We'll meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now don't disappoint me, you hear?
To be continued. I'm gonna save. Oh, I forgot how long this case is. I think this is it. We're done. We're done for the night. I think we're done. So stay tuned. We're here for a post show. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the post show.